Lake City police officers are recovering today from the shock of a Friday shooting. It was certainly not the kind of gun violence they're used to. Lake City is known for its quiet and peaceful landscape. It's a typical small town where the post office, city hall, and police departments are all located on the same block. But gunshots broke that silence Friday when a man suspected of domestic abuse shot at 3 police officers when they showed up at his home and then killed himself.
I mean, I had already knew that it was gunshots, but then when I seen that it was so many cops here, it was like, I didn't know what to do. My heart dropped, you know.
Maurice Williamson was not home when his neighbors shot 3 police officers, but the shock of it all remains with him.
It feels real different now. I want to know who everybody I stay around now.
On Friday, just around noon, a man called police about suspicious activity he saw on his street. He saw Jesse Custer come back to his wife's home, even though she had filed a restraining order against him the day before. Police approached the house cautiously, using their vehicle for cover in case something bad happened. That's when things got ugly.
I really do believe, that this would have been a far worse call. I believe that I would have been planning a funeral.
Police arrived at the Custer's home, urging the man to come out with his hands up. When he finally came outside of the house, Custer shot 3 Lake City officers, who were then rushed to Shands. After Jesse Custer ran back inside this house, many local law enforcement agencies came to the help of the Lake City Police Department, even including the state attorney's office and the Florida Fish and Wildlife Service. The fact that so many law enforcement officials showed up is a result of a pact made about 20 years ago in Lake City.
Agencies work together, and we're there for them and they're there for us, and it really, especially in a small town with limited resources, to have Alachua County and different agencies come in.
Maurice Williamson says he is happy the state has something like this in place. He's also happy his son had a high fever and was at the hospital the day of the shooting.
I'm glad that my kids weren't here. I'm glad that because the day before my son had to go to the hospital and they admitted him in the hospital, so it was a good thing that they did.
After an 8.5-hour standoff with all the law enforcement involved, officers finally went back inside and discovered that Custer had killed himself. The injured police officers, however, all survived and are now at their homes resting. Lake City Police Chief Argatha Gilmore said this was the first time under her watch an incident like this had ever happened, and that the officers acted exactly how they were supposed to.